Today I'll be discussing the new credit loss standard issued by the FASB. On June 16, 2016, the FASB issued a new standard that will account for credit losses differently than our current method. A credit loss, in the sense of what we will be examining, is when banks make a loan that may not be satisfied. The banks are not always going to be paid back in full. A loan may not be satisfied for a variety of reasons. When the loan is not satisfied, a credit loss occurs. Our current method for accounting for credit losses recognizes the losses as they're incurred. This caused a lot of problems in the financial crisis of 2008 because banks knew when everything was heading downhill with regard to their mortgage loans, but by the time they reported it, which is when they were incurred, the economy was already in turmoil and people were caught off guard. So the new standard aims at resolving this issue. It requires banks to estimate the amount of loss over the life of the loan as soon as the loan is made. So when a borrower gets a loan, the bank estimates how much of the loan will not be recognized, and they book that amount as the credit loss immediately. This really requires banks to be more transparent and more proactive in determining why a loan might go into default. The obvious downside to this new standard is if the banks knew how much they were going to lose on each loan, why would they ever make a bad loan? There's really no way to determine if a loan is going to be bad or not that early on. And to piggyback on this issue, it leaves a lot of gray area in the estimates. So there's no way to know if the estimate is accurate or not, which leaves a lot of room for banks to manage their earnings. All said, this is still a good way to make the banks more transparent and more proactive. In summary, this isn't the perfect solution, but it's definitely a step in the right direction. It takes effect beginning in 2020, but banks can choose to implement it in 2019. Only time will tell how big of an impact this new standard will have on the accounting world, especially for banking. Thank you.